Yo, stop scrolling right now because what just dropped in those DMs is pure chaos nobody saw coming. Claressa Shields didn't just clap back. She detonated. A fan slid in her Instagram messages with footage of Remy Ma at Cardi B's concert, and the bold claim that Papoose was right there linking up with his ex. Most people would have ignored it. Claressa, she lost it. Straight up told that person Pap wasn't at no concert. He was home with her, locked in, intimate, the whole night. No filter. No PR polish. Just raw, explicit receipts from the GWAT herself. And here's the part the algorithm is about to push hard. This isn't the first time she's gone nuclear in the DMs over Remy rumors. The internet keeps trying to force a reunion story, and every single time Claressa comes out swinging harder. Papoose posts something Cardi related, the timelines light up, and next thing you know the undefeated champ is in the inbox putting the entire narrative to bed in the most personal way possible. Nobody's talking about how consistent this pattern is, or how far she'll go to shut it down. This wasn't a soft denial. This was a full-on crash-out that leaves zero room for interpretation. Remy at the show? Fine. Pap with her? According to Claressa, not a chance. The screenshots are circulating. The tone is lethal. And if you thought the Papoose Remy Claressa triangle was cooling off, think again. This DM explosion just turned the heat all the way back up. You already know how this ends: more screenshots, more live responses, more fire. Stay tuned because the next chapter just got written in private messages. And it's messy as hell. Yo, let's get into this right now because what went down in those Instagram DMs is the kind of unfiltered moment that the timelines pretend they saw coming, but nobody actually expected the level of heat Claressa Shields brought. You already know the setup. A fan decides to slide into the undefeated champions messages with footage of Remy Ma at Cardi B's concert, and the bold claim that Papoose was right there reconnecting with his ex. Most people would have left that message on read. Claressa did the opposite. She opened the chat, read the troll energy, and went straight into crash-out mode. The alleged exchange is circulating hard, and if you have not seen the screenshots yet, brace yourself. Claressa did not soft-pedal anything. She looked at the rumor that her man had linked up with Remy at the show, and shut it down with the kind of personal detail that leaves zero room for interpretation. According to those messages, Papoose was not at any concert. He was home with her. And she did not stop at a simple denial. She made it clear they were locked in, intimate the entire night. No publicist language. No careful wording. Just raw, explicit receipts delivered like a body shot in the later rounds. This is not the first time she has gone nuclear over the same storyline. The internet keeps trying to force a Papoose and Remy reunion narrative every time either of them posts something even slightly connected to the same event. Cardi B's concert became the latest trigger. Remy was there. Papoose posted something related. The rumor mill spun it into a full-blown reconnection claim. And once again, Claressa was the one who refused to let it breathe. She questioned why the scrutiny was so intense around his post in the first place, and made it clear she was not about to sit quietly while strangers rewrote her relationship in real time. What makes this moment land so heavy is the pattern. Claressa has been dealing with this exact flavor of online speculation for months. First it was the Christmas rumors, then the cheating claims involving other names, then the constant side-eye every time Remy's name surfaces near Papoose's. Each time the GWAT has come out swinging, but this DM response feels different because of how personal and unfiltered it is. She is not just defending a relationship. She is drawing a hard line in private messages and daring the timeline to keep testing it. The screenshots themselves are the kind of content that spreads for a reason. They capture the exact tone people have come to expect from Claressa when she is pressed. Direct. Unapologetic. Zero interest in playing nice for the algorithm. She does not dance around the accusation. She dismantles it, and then adds the kind of intimate detail that forces everyone reading to either accept her version or keep chasing ghosts. That choice is what has the comment sections exploding. Some people are praising her for shutting it down so hard. Others are still convinced there is more to the story. And a whole other group is just sitting back watching the triangle heat up all over again. Here is the part that is flying under the radar for a lot of casual observers. This was never just about one concert. The underlying tension between Claressa, Papoose, and Remy has been simmering since the early days of their public connection. Remy has dropped bars. Claressa has fired back in interviews and lives. Papoose has tried to stay focused on music and the relationship. But every time a public event creates even the slightest overlap, the old narratives rush back to the surface. Cardi B's concert simply became the latest stage for that cycle to play out. A fan saw the opportunity, sent the footage, and pushed the reunion claim. Claressa answered in the one place she could control the message completely: her DMs. The fact that the messages are alleged and still circulating this widely tells you everything about how hungry the audience is for this storyline. People want the receipts. They want the crash-outs. They want the next chapter of a drama that refuses to stay offline. And Claressa keeps delivering exactly that energy, whether she intends to or not. She is a two-time Olympic gold medalist and a professional champion who has built her brand on dominance inside the ring. Outside of it, she is proving just as unwilling to let anyone else control the narrative around her personal life. So when those DMs hit the timeline, it was not just another celebrity clapback. It was another reminder that Claressa Shields does not do subtle when she feels her relationship is under attack. She goes full force, personal details and all. The fan who started the exchange probably expected a soft denial or maybe a block. What they got was a full verbal knockout that is now being screenshotted, stitched, and debated across every platform that matters. And if the past few months have taught us anything, this is not the last time we will see this exact energy from her. The triangle is still live. The rumors are still breathing. And Claressa is still answering every single one of them like she has something to prove. The fallout from those DMs is already shaping up to be bigger than the original exchange, and that is exactly why this moment refuses to die. Once the screenshots started spreading, the timelines did what they always do. People began pulling old posts, old interviews, and every public interaction between Claressa, Papoose, and Remy Ma to build the larger story. Suddenly it was not just about one concert night. It became another chapter in a running narrative that has been feeding itself for more than a year. You can feel the energy shift every time a new angle drops. The comments turn into battlegrounds. Some defend Claressa for protecting her peace. Others insist the intensity of her response proves there is still insecurity in the relationship. A third group simply watches the chaos unfold like it is premium entertainment. What stands out is how consistently Claressa chooses the direct route. She could have ignored the fan. She could have posted a polished statement on her main feed. Instead, she answered in private and let the messages leak into the public conversation. That choice says a lot about where her head is at. She is not trying to manage the optics for an audience. She is trying to shut the rumor down at the source and make sure the person who started it feels the weight of her reply. The explicit detail about spending the night at home with Papoose was not accidental. It was designed to leave no ambiguity. In her mind, the story ends there. For the rest of the internet, it only opened more doors. Look at the broader pattern and the picture becomes clearer. Every time Remy's name surfaces near Papoose, the same cycle repeats. First the speculation, then the fan baiting, then Claressa's unfiltered response. We saw versions of it around the holidays when rumors claimed Papoose spent Christmas with his ex. We saw it again when other names got dragged into cheating allegations. Each time the GWD has refused to stay silent. This latest DM episode fits the same mold. Only the language feels more personal and the stakes feel higher because the relationship has continued to move forward in public. Papoose and Claressa have been open about building something serious. Plans for the future have been discussed. That reality only makes the reunion rumors land harder for her. Remy's side of the equation cannot be ignored either. She has never been shy about addressing the situation in her own way. Bars have been dropped. Features have carried clear messages. The tension has been public long enough that fans know the history. When a concert appearance and a simple social media post from Papoose can still trigger this level of reaction, it shows how raw the nerves remain. Claressa's decision to answer the way she did does not cool the temperature. It raises it. The screenshots become evidence in a larger case that both sides keep arguing in public spaces, even when they claim they want distance. The algorithm loves this exact kind of content for a reason. It combines celebrity drama, relationship tension, and the raw personality of an athlete who does not filter herself. People do not just read the messages. They debate them. They recreate the timeline of the night in question. They question whether Papoose's post was innocent or loaded. They argue over whether Claressa's response was empowering or over the top. That constant conversation keeps the story alive far longer than a single set of DMs should. And because the exchange is still labeled as alleged, the uncertainty itself becomes fuel. No official confirmation. No full denial from every party. Just enough material for the internet to keep spinning. What makes the moment stick is the authenticity of the tone. Claressa has built her career on dominance and directness. She brings that same energy into her personal battles. When she feels the narrative slipping out of her control, she does not negotiate. She confronts. The fan who sent the concert footage and the reunion claim walked into that reality. The reply they received was not measured. It was the same intensity she brings into the ring. Only this time the opponent was a rumor and the venue was a private chat. The fact that those words are now public only multiplies the impact. As the screenshots continue to circulate, the larger question hanging over everything is how long this cycle can last. The relationship is still moving. The public interest is still high. And every new event that places Remy and Papoose in even distant proximity seems capable of restarting the fire. Claressa has shown she will answer every time. That willingness is both her strength and the reason the story refuses to settle. The DMs were one night's exchange. The conversation they started is still running, and it shows no sign of slowing down. The real weight of this moment sits in how it exposes the gap between private reality and public storytelling. Claressa's reply in those DMs was not crafted for likes or shares. It was a personal boundary drawn in real time. Yet the second it left the chat, it became content. That shift is what keeps the entire situation charged. Fans who once treated the relationship as background noise are now dissecting every word, every timeline detail, every possible motive behind Papoose's original post. The conversation has moved past simple gossip and into a full examination of loyalty, insecurity, and the cost of living a high-profile romance under constant surveillance. What stands out most is the consistency of Claressa's approach. She has never hidden her intensity. Inside the ring, that intensity built an undefeated record and 2 Olympic gold medals. Outside the ring, it shows up as an unwillingness to let rumors breathe. When the fan pushed the reunion claim, she did not calculate the optics. She answered with the same force she brings to a championship fight. The intimate detail she shared was not accidental. It was a deliberate attempt to close the door on speculation by giving the most personal counter-narrative possible. Whether that strategy works long-term remains an open question, but in the short term it has forced everyone watching to confront the rawness of her response. The larger ecosystem around the story only amplifies the pressure. Remy's public posture has never been passive. Bars have been recorded. Appearances have carried subtext. The history between all 3 parties is documented enough that any new overlap, even a concert and a social media post, becomes loaded. Papoose continues to navigate the middle space, focused on music and the relationship he is building, yet every public move risks restarting the cycle. Claressa's decision to meet the rumor head-on does not end the discussion. It raises the stakes for the next time the same narrative appears. And given how often these storylines resurface, the next time is almost guaranteed. Audience reaction has split into clear camps, and that division itself fuels the longevity of the moment. One side sees a woman protecting her peace with unfiltered honesty and respects the refusal to play polite. Another side reads the intensity as proof that the rumors still land too close to home. A third group treats the entire exchange as pure entertainment, detached from any real emotional investment. All 3 groups keep the screenshots in circulation. All 3 keep the comments sections active. The algorithm rewards that activity, which means the story does not fade when the initial wave of posts slows down. It simply waits for the next trigger. There is also a quieter layer that rarely gets discussed in the loudest corners of the internet. Living inside a relationship that began under public scrutiny carries a unique strain. Every appearance, every caption, every old connection becomes potential material for speculation. Claressa has chosen to meet that strain with confrontation rather than silence. That choice defines her public persona as much as her boxing record does. She will not let the narrative write itself. She will write it in the moment, even if the words end up screenshotted and debated for days. The cost of that approach is constant exposure. The benefit is control, or at least the appearance of it. As the conversation continues, The unanswered questions grow more interesting than the original claim. How much longer can the same rumor cycle sustain this level of attention? What happens the next time a public event places any of the parties in overlapping spaces? Will Claressa's pattern of direct response eventually force the speculation to lose its power, or will it keep the flame alive by giving it fresh oxygen every time? Those questions sit underneath every new post and every new stitch. They are the reason the DMs still matter days after they first surfaced. In the end, the exchange reveals more about the current state of celebrity relationships than any single concert ever could. Privacy is limited. Narratives form faster than facts can catch them. And some people, Claressa included, refuse to let those narratives stand unchallenged. She answered a private message with public consequences, and the internet is still living inside that decision. The screenshots remain. The debates continue. And the triangle that started this entire chapter shows no sign of resolving itself quietly. Whatever comes next will almost certainly be just as loud. The cultural machinery surrounding this entire situation is what truly keeps the story breathing long after the original messages should have faded. Social media does not simply report drama. It manufactures the conditions for it to survive. A single fan message, a concert appearance, and a private reply become the raw material for an entire content economy. Creators stitch the screenshots. Commentators break down the tone. Timelines argue over intent. Every layer of reaction generates more content, which generates more reaction, until the original exchange is almost secondary to the conversation it created. Claressa stepped into that machinery the moment she chose to answer. Whether she calculated the spread or simply reacted in the moment no longer matters. The result is the same. The story now belongs to the public. What makes her response especially potent is the contrast it creates with the usual celebrity playbook. Most high-profile figures under similar pressure lean on carefully worded statements, strategic silence, or third-party clarifications. Claressa bypassed all of that. She met the claim in the same informal space where it arrived and answered with language that felt unprocessed and immediate. That choice resonates with an audience tired of polished narratives. It also carries risk. Once the intimate detail left the chat, it became permanent public material. There is no retracting the tone or the specificity. The internet now owns that version of the night, and it will be referenced every time the same rumor resurfaces. The personalities involved only intensify the dynamic. Claressa has built a public identity around refusal to yield. That identity travels with her from the ring into every other arena she enters. Papoose occupies a more measured public posture, focused on music and the relationship he is trying to protect. Remy has consistently chosen artistic expression as her primary response channel, turning personal tension into recorded bars that circulate with their own momentum. When these three approaches collide around even a minor public overlap, the result is rarely quiet. The concert and the subsequent posts simply provided the latest collision point. The DM exchange became the spark that lit the existing fuel. Audience investment in the story reveals something larger about how people consume celebrity relationships in this era. There is a hunger for the unfiltered moment, the crash out, the private boundary that somehow becomes public. Viewers do not just want the facts. They want the emotional texture. They want to feel the intensity of the reply, and then debate whether that intensity was justified. That demand shapes what gets amplified. A soft denial would have died in a day. An explicit, personal shutdown travels for weeks because it satisfies the appetite for rawness. Claressa delivered exactly that, and the platforms rewarded the delivery with reach. The longer-term effect on the relationship itself is harder to measure from the outside. Yet it remains the most interesting open question. Constant public defense of a private bond creates its own pressure. Every new rumor requires energy. Every new response risks feeding the cycle it aims to stop. Claressa has shown she is willing to spend that energy repeatedly. Whether that willingness strengthens the relationship or eventually exhausts, it is something only the people inside it can know. From the public side, the pattern is clear. The rumors keep coming. The answers keep arriving. The conversation never fully settles. Looking ahead, the next trigger is almost inevitable. Another event, another post, another fan with footage or a theory will test the same boundary. When that moment arrives, the previous DM exchange will already exist as precedent. People will reference the tone, the language, the explicit detail. They will ask whether the response will be equally forceful or whether fatigue has set in. That anticipation itself becomes part of the ongoing narrative. The story is no longer just about one night at a concert or one set of messages. It is about a sustained public negotiation of loyalty, perception, and control. In that sense, the screenshots have already done their work. They captured a moment of unfiltered reaction and turned it into lasting material. The debates they launched continue to evolve. The personalities at the center remain under the same spotlight, and the audience, trained by years of similar cycles, stays ready for whatever comes next. The private reply became public property, and public property in this environment rarely rests. If you made it this far, you already feel how deep this one runs. The screenshots, the tone, the pattern, the way one private reply turned into public fuel, none of it is slowing down. So here's what I need from you right now. Drop your honest take in the comments. Do you think Claressa shut it down the right way? Or did the intensity only keep the rumor alive? Was Papoose's post completely innocent? Or did it leave just enough room for the timeline to invent a story? And be real, does this whole cycle feel like it will finally burn out? Or are we looking at another year of the same triangle lighting up every time Remy's name and a concert end up in the same sentence? If this breakdown gave you something the regular headlines missed, share it. Send it to the group chat that stays up arguing these exact stories. Post it where the debates are already happening. The only way these moments get the full context they deserve is when people who actually watch the whole thing keep the real conversation going. And stay locked in here. The next chapter of this is already forming. Another post, another appearance, another fan with a theory. It is coming. When it drops, you will want the version that does not water anything down. Hit the follow, turn on the notifications, and make sure you are first in line when the next set of messages or bars hits the timeline. This story is not finished. Your voice is part of what keeps it honest. Say what you really think below. I am reading every single one.